What do I mean when I say strategies against architectures? I don't just mean buildings. What I mean by architectures are all those systems, including buildings, but algorithms, ideologies, ideas, plans, laws, rules, all the things that we have to conform to or apply ourselves to, even all those forms that exist before we come into the world, forms of which we have to deal with. We are thrown into them. So why is this important to me as an artist, and how has it affected my work now? Well, for that we have to start at the beginning. And the beginning for me has a particular date. It was the 13th of January 1983. Now I can't go into it here. To cut a long story short, I was walking home. I was 17 at the time. I just turned 17. I was a month. I was born in December. It was January. And I was arrested by the police, who put me into a van, and I didn't see my home until 8 months later. Suffice it to say that these things were very common in those days. But what was more important was, whilst I was there, is that I had a terrible stutter at the time, and I was relentlessly bullied. And the only way that I could escape this bullying was because you're in a prison, in architecture, the only way I could have a strategy against this architecture was to confront the bully, and it ended up giving me 3 months solitary confinement. Now, in solitary confinement, one can only do 2 things: go absolutely insane or survive. But how does one survive? Again, one has to have a strategy against the architecture. And what is that strategy? Well, to me, it become scribbling down bits of poems and scraps of paper, or writing on the floor, or whatever came to mind. But what I had to do was not change my subjectivity necessarily, but change the world around me. And by changing the world around me, it changed myself. And that was my strategy. And I've been using this strategy ever since. Now, the images that you can see behind me are images that are not necessarily all being taken within the time I've been in this course, but to me, one is an image finished. It's when another person gets to see it, and consequently, as you lot are the first people to see any of these images, I would say that they are now finished. There's not much I can say in 5 minutes, but there is a clip I like to play to you, which kind of sums up more succinctly my views on art and why I choose this strategy against architecture. Okay. TTFN.
I am at war with my time, with history, with all authorities that reside in fixed and frightened forms. I am one of millions who do not fit in, who have no home, no family, no doctrine, nor firm place to call my own, no known beginning or end. I declare war on all icons and finalities, on all histories that would chain me with my own falseness, my own pitiful fears. I know only moments, and lifetimes that are as moments, and forms that appear with infinite strength, then melt into air. I am a constructor of worlds, a sensualist who worships the flesh, the melody, a silhouette against the darkening sky. I cannot know your name, nor can you know mine. Tomorrow, we begin together the construction of a city.